At the start of the film, we are in Berlin, Germany, where World War II has started. Hitler is discussing with his coach about war. Hitler states to his coach that he doesn't like the greeting style of Nazis. He changes the old salute pattern of Nazis. The next morning, we noticed Hitler was faint. When he regained consciousness, he found himself in a forest. As he looked up at the sky, he couldn't see the army's aircraft and assumed they might be taking a rest. During all these, a ball comes and stops near him. As he get up from the bushes, he noticed a building nearby. A few children were playing there, and he thought to himself, they are the future of our nation. Meanwhile, the children approached to retrieve their ball. Noticing his condition, they asked him, "What happened to you? Are you all right?" Meanwhile, we notice a news reporter, Fabian, was recording the football game of children. In his video, Hitler's face was also captured. Hitler picked up his cap and placed on his head and starts to walk towards street. As he comes across the road, everyone gets astonished to notice him. They were taking pictures with him. Hitler was astonished to watch new inventions. Actually, he was interrupting the present with the time that has been shown at the start of the movie. Now he notices a modern car. He reminds that he never watched such a car. He asks himself, was I in a coma? Now Hitler understands that something is wrong, but he doesn't know what it is. To figure out the situation, he starts gathering information. He asks a person nearby, "What is this place?" But the man didn't answer him and started to capture a photo. Later on, Hitler notices a lady who was on call in the German language. He goes to her hurriedly and inquires, but she becomes afraid of him and sprays into his eyes. Hitler then goes into a news shop. As he reads the date, October 2014, he becomes shocked and falls down on the ground. In the next scene of the movie, we see a TV station. The boss praises Mr. Christoph for his good work. However, instead of making Christoph the managing director, MD, he appoints Bellini as the MD. Christoph feels shocked and upset when he is not chosen as MD. Angry, he goes to his office and yells at struggling filmmaker Fabian. He calls the guards and tells them to take Fabian out of his office. Later, Hitler wakes up and finds himself in a news shop. Confused, he asks the shop owner what year it is. The owner says it's 2014. Hitler is shocked because he still thinks it's World War II and asks if shop owner is a spy trying to trick him. He even threatens to shoot Hitler if he is lying. But soon, the owner decides Hitler is just an actor playing a role. The shop owner gives Hitler a chocolate bar. Hitler smells it carefully and says it is made with modern machines. The shop owner asks Hitler if he wants to work with him on a documentary film. But instead of answering, the owner gives him a Turkish newspaper, but Hitler insists on a German one. When Hitler steps out of the shop, he sees Turkish people living in Berlin. This shocks him. As he reads the newspaper, he slowly understands the truth: Germany did not win the war. He is even more shocked to learn that Germany is now led by an inexperienced woman. He also realizes Poland still exists next to Germany. Frustrated, he thinks that if they lost the war, all their efforts were wasted. Meanwhile, Fabian is watching the video. His mother walks in and notices something strange. She asks him to pause the video and points at a man in the clip Hitler. Fabian is shocked. Back at the shop, the owner tells Hitler that his clothes smell and need cleaning. Hitler takes his uniform to a laundry service and asks for another uniform, but he can't find one. In the end, he has no choice but to wear modern clothes, jeans, and a sweater. Later, the shop owner introduces Hitler to Fabian. Fabian is surprised by how much Hitler looks like the real one. He asks Hitler if he wants to be in a video about modern Germany. Curious about the idea, Hitler agrees. Fabian takes some money and his mother's car, then starts a journey with Hitler. Along the way, they interview people about politics. As Hitler listens, he realizes that his past actions still affect democracy in Germany. He notices that many people are angry and frustrated, and their opinions sound a lot like those from the 1930s. This makes him think that German politics is still weak and unstable. Later, while filming a documentary about animals, a dog bites Hitler's finger. Furious, Hitler shoots the dog. Fabian is shocked and yells at him for reacting so harshly. As they continue their trip, Fabian runs out of money. To fix this, he decides to sell sketches made by Hitler. Surprisingly, Hitler draws funny pictures of people and they become very popular. They sell well and Fabian makes a lot of money. With enough funds again, they continue their journey. Meanwhile, Fabian's videos of Hitler go viral online and get millions of views. Fabian goes back to his old office to show Christoph. Christoph is shocked when he sees how popular the videos are and realizes they might have something big on their hands. Christoph demands Hitler's contact details from Fabian. Christoph realizes that Hitler is unstable and suggests to Fabian that they should remove him from the project. But before they can act, Hitler makes the first move. He marches into the director's office and confronts Bellini, declaring that they must save Germany. Bellini, curious about Hitler's confidence, gives Christoph the job of making a TV show with Hitler. Christoph plans the show as a joke to make fun of Hitler. But when Hitler starts speaking on stage, the audience audience becomes silent. His strong words and charisma capture their attention, and the show becomes a huge success. Christoph is furious that his plan backfired. Wanting to destroy Hitler's reputation, he finds the video of Hitler shooting the dog and airs it publicly. His scandal ruins both Hitler's and Bellini's careers, leading to Bellini being fired. However, Christoph takes advantage of the situation and becomes the new director. Meanwhile, Hitler, along with Fabian and Bellini, writes a book about his experiences in the modern world called Look Who's Back. The book becomes a bestseller, making Hitler even more popular. Later, Christoph struggles to keep the channel's ratings up without Hitler. The channel is close to failure, and his boss suggests bringing Hitler back to save it. With no other choice, Christoph agrees and starts looking for Hitler. In the next scene, two Nazis attack and beat Hitler, accusing him of mocking their true leader, Adolf Hitler. As a result, Hitler is taken to the hospital, and public sympathy shifts in his favor. The people see him as a victim, and many rally behind him. Meanwhile, Fabian is reviewing old videos and doing research when he makes a shocking discovery. The man he has been working with is the real Adolf Hitler. Horrified, he rushes to the hospital to confront him. But when he arrives, he finds Bellini instead of Hitler. Fabian tries to convince Bellini, but she laughs it off as nonsense. Hospital guards escort Fabian out, but he manages to escape and continues searching for Hitler. Fabian eventually tracks Hitler to a movie studio. Holding Hitler's own gun, he calls him a monster, but Hitler remains calm and replies, "If I am a monster, then why did the people of Germany choose me? They selected me." In a dramatic moment, Fabian shoots Hitler from the rooftop and Hitler appears to die. However, in a shocking twist, Hitler suddenly reappears behind Fabian, saying, "No one can kill me because I live in the hearts of the people." Then, it is revealed that the entire scene was part of a movie shoot. The Fabian who shot Hitler was just an actor wearing a mask. The real Fabian is shown locked in a mental hospital, dismissed as insane for insisting that the man he worked with was truly Hitler. In the final scenes, Hitler returns to politics, gaining even more power and popularity. The movie ends with Hitler and Bellini sitting in a car, while a recording of Hitler's voice plays. "I can work with this." This leaves the audience with an unsettling and thought-provoking ending.